Hello, I'm Nathan Hill, professor in Chinese studies at Trinity College Dublin. And today I'll be giving you some information about the MPhil in Chinese studies based at the Trinity Center for Asian Studies. So first, a bird's eye view of the program in general. It's a one-year master's degree, but it can also be taken across 2 years part-time. We have 3 primary disciplinary focuses that are available in terms of the staff who teaches on the program. And those are linguistics, history, and politics. The cohort of students each year is very small, 10 or fewer students. So it's quite an intimate program where you'll get to know your classmates. And it's a diverse group of students. We generally have students from Ireland and China, and then many also from elsewhere in the European Union, especially Poland and Italy in recent years. So in terms of the structure of the MA course, there are 6 taught modules, 2 which are core and 4 which are elective. And then there's also the final dissertation. So just looking at this in a little bit more detail, the core modules, again, 2 of which a student has to select, are modern Chinese history, contemporary Chinese society and politics, and Chinese language and writing systems. The electives change a little bit year to year, but this gives you a sense of what could be available: governance and politics of the PRC, business and economy of contemporary China, Chinese diaspora and language in a global context, a century of Chinese childhood, Chinese translation in practical contexts, and China in comparative perspective. That's a module which compares different aspects of Chinese culture, civilization, history with the analogous aspects of European societies. And then last, I'll just mention that we have a whole suite of Mandarin courses depending on the level of the students. So we can accommodate in the program basically any language ability in Mandarin Chinese, from a complete beginner up to a native speaker. So now turning to the dissertation, this is an independent research project that is itself a genuine contribution to knowledge. So a good way of tasting whether you want to pursue an academic career, and in any case, learning the skills that are required for making your own novel contributions to human knowledge. It can be on a topic of your choice that you can get appropriate supervision from one of our staff members. And it should be less than 15,000 words. So here are some examples of previous dissertations from last year. And they can give you a sense of the wide, different variety of topics that students choose to work on. So I'll just read them through. The spread of China's national image through non-state funded mediums, Li Ziqi's YouTube videos. He's a guy who has cooking programs on YouTube, Chinese cooking programs. Popular Chinese Danmei dramas, the balance between government censorship requirements and audience demand. An investigation of Chinese soft power in Ireland, untranslatable French words and how to translate them into Chinese, and China's film and television industry exports to foreign countries. So what happens after you've done your modules and your dissertation and you've enjoyed your year in Ireland? It's time to go off into the wider world. So a few words about the destinations of our graduates. We have alumni who are working in public service, in technology companies, in consulting, and in the arts. And I'll just mention 2 specific organizations that people work for, AstraZeneca and the United Nations. There are more details of those careers pursued by our alumni outlined on our homepage, including some testimonials about what people thought of the program. So hopefully you've got a good sense of what's available in the program and maybe you're interested. So now I turn to the entry requirements. you need an undergraduate degree, a BA, and need an upper second, so a 2-1, or its equivalent in whatever system your grades were given in as an undergraduate. This is analogous to a 3.0 in the American system. You also need a proficiency in English if you're not a native speaker or haven't done your undergraduate degree in English. And there's a number of ways you can prove that are outlined on the homepage, and then also 2 references. I hope that you might be interested in applying. And if you have any questions about the program, please feel free to contact me, to write me an email. I would be happy to share any information that I can. Okay, well, thank you for joining me for this presentation.